Alright, the game has started. We're going to be watching the game, and we're missing the vision from a few players. We have Paolo, Master Seuss together. So, introducing our players. yeah, that was pretty funny. And the fact that I raided him and he did not expect it, I forced him to play after to stream it longer after this. That's pretty epic. Alright, I'm gonna be introducing the players. Good luck, have fun with the game. We have in white right here, we have Mr. Madluster playing the Dragon Monkland Orcs. He's partnered with Mr. Seuss in yellow that I don't have the vision of, but now I do. And he's starting here at the bottom side in yellow, playing the Horde Traitors. And last but not least, in that team, we have Mr. Paolo in green, playing the Bleeding Hollow Horde. And against them, we have the Mighty Alliance of Daybreak in orange, playing the Burning Blade. We have Eternal Games in purple, playing the Dalaran Humans, going for a blacksmith first. Interestingly enough, that is a wild opening for sure, but why not? If he manages to ward it off pretty quick, he can make a catapult. I suppose that's the goal. I would recommend still going for the racks, then the blacksmith, then the lumber mill. Racks and the blacksmith take roughly the same time to build. They are very long. The lumber mill is quicker to build, so that's why you want to have it last, because that way your lumber mill and your racks and your three buildings are finished roughly at the same time. I think the last player we have not introduced yet is Mr. Hades. He's playing in black, the Black Clan Orcs right here. And he's starting right above Daybreak, which is pretty safe for him. Daybreak is going to be able to help if any trouble comes to him. And he's going for a 2 racks opening, so pretty much a grunt rush. Nothing very out of the ordinary here. And we can see that Madluster is going for the 1 racks here. I don't like that choke very much, because you can see that it's not a choke. What we want to have, what we're looking for as for a defensive build, is to have an area where you can line up more grunts than your enemy can, and this is much better. But the problem is that farm cannot be repaired, and you can see that in this situation, if I show up the grid really quickly, you can see that on the grid you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Sorry, what did I say? 4 tiles versus 2. So it's a 4v2 choke point. And so 4 units can attack 2 tiles, and 2 tiles can, you know, they can't be reinforced unless the enemy is lining up grunts over here, and all of a sudden that situation is a bad situation, because that farm cannot be repaired effectively, or you have to remove a grunt, and this farm can only be repaired by 1 grunt. So it's not very efficient, and this is also not very good as a choke point. I don't really like the farms over there, but it is what it is. On that side, you can see we have a 3v1 choke point, and this time the farm can be repaired with 1 peon, so it is better. It is not optimal. Obviously, the farm will die if a large army comes, but there is a ballista, so this is probably not gonna die. The ballista will make that position a lot more defendable. On this side, we can evaluate the strength of that wall. It is very easy to repair, but the weak point is the farm here. It's very easy to spot, and the reason the farm is a weak point, it's because it can be attacked by 6 units, and it can be repaired only by 2 units, and so that's how you know it is a weak point of the wall. On the other side, this farm is the strong point. You can see it can be repaired by a lot of units, and it cannot be it can be attacked by only 2 units. So this is basically what we are looking for in early game. We are looking for these buildings placements, and we are trying to make the best out of it. And the cool part about this is it is very graphical. Like, once you understand how it works, it is going to be very easy for any player, even beginners, to realize the strengths and weakness of their positions. And if they don't right away, once they start losing, they understand why. So you can see, like, this position here, it's a 3v2 choke point, and we have a farm that we cannot repair. and a barracks that we cannot repair either, but the cannon tower provides pretty good cover, so that's going to be pretty fine. To break that, you need a catapult, basically, so this is a good defense. This is a 4v2 choke point with a farm that can be repaired on that side, but 2 farms outside that cannot be repaired. So if white is getting too much pressure on the face, he very, very likely will lose 2 farms. And on that side, you can see he's not even close, so... A little bit of fighting here. You can see that Eternal Games went for 3 ballistas, so that's a lot. And he's getting attacked from afar by that catapult. That catapult has splash damage, and if it is positioned a little bit better, the catapult bolt will reach the peon as it's actually targeting. Yeah, the peon took some damage here, and the catapult is going to be fired upon, and it's going to try to fight off the ballista, which just fired at it. The peon will die eventually, and the catapult and the peon dies. Oh, that is actually quite insane. And Eternal Games is not happy about this, but it is what it is. The farm will die. I think he needs to build the racks behind now. Yeah. So what he can do next time, when his farmer has a Caesar of health left, to avoid the situation when the grunts come in, you can build the racks right there, blocking the way of the grunts, and then having your catapults on the back to keep yourself alive. No. So how then could Paulo get oh, you can count how much tiles he was away. Sometimes it's misleading. If you cannot target it directly, you can splash damage in front of it. So if the enemy is too far from you, you can actually attack in front of it, and because of the way the splash damage works on catapults, it will reach and do damage. Besides that, but that said, the ballista took a direct shot. It was in range, but obviously it takes a little bit slower for ballistas to fire, which is a problem because catapults do fire instantly, but ballistas, they take oh, that's a lot of ogres from Daybreak, and Magister doesn't want to fight this. That's gonna be very, very oh, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Oh, that's gonna be insane. We have level 5. You can see the number. It's pretty high. It's not gonna be even close right there. Seuss is gonna be obviously destroyed here. I mean, obviously you can see that Daybreak is only expanding now, so expanding later than Madluster, but Madluster is not even close to having the numbers of ogres that Daybreak has, and his ogres are far under leveled, level 4 against level 6, 7 even for Daybreak, so max level ogres pretty much. Only upgrade missing is the runes, which not every player is gonna get, eventually, not every game. In a game like this, where it's so open, it's very unlikely the enemy is gonna grab the runes. Seuss is getting killed pretty heavily. And the problem is the number of ogres from Madluster is very lacking. These ogres from Daybreak are in a huge number, and you can see he has 4 racks producing ogres. Madluster has the 3, only 3, so that is the main issue. We do have a Temple of the Damned, which I do love. I do love that he went for that. It's a very strong unit. It is the late game unit. DKs are the kings of late game, like I usually say, because they cost so little resources and they can do so much damage. Paolo is here to help, but he has mostly grunts, level 5. His ogres are level 5 as well, and he's just expanded now. Eternal Games says that White and Teal have ogres, well, because he died. He died so that Daybreak can take the lead. Pretty much. And Paolo is all happy to take these ogres when they are not lusted. I was open the whole time, yes. He just realized he was open the whole time. And you can see that Madluster is trying to send some units across the map to help. Hades, on the other hand, Hades is reaching ogres slowly but surely. Madluster is fighting these ogres, and now you can see that there are lots of ogres on the map indeed, but this power spike will wither with the amount of gold. So we have a look of Daybreak obviously went for the ogre strategy. You know, he went for rushing for ogres, but this gold is going to be melting fast. And when you're playing with ogres, you're basically playing with gold, because your gold is just melting so fast. I would love Madluster to get himself some decays and punish Daybreak a little bit with some very cost-efficient trades, but it's very hard to pull off. He needs the upgrades as well. He has the level 3, so he has haste and death and decay. He can actually reach some pretty K structures like these farms and in tower right there, which would be a pretty nice target to have. Also, I love the addition of the 2 more racks. That this will make the ogre production more powerful and sustainable, because the problem is like the amount of ogres that Daybreak is producing is very high, and so he has to fight that as well. Paolo has a very exposed expansion, quite a lot of ships on the map indeed. And this expansion, unfortunately, will probably fall. I don't see him defending anywhere. No guard towers, no wall, and no cannon, obviously. Problem is that cannon tower. I would have loved him to use the DKs instead, and then use the ogres, because he's gonna waste the ogres to the cannon here. He's killing some peons, which is great, but this is problematic because he's losing peons himself. Like lots of peons actually. Let's hide. Forgot to hide at the start. And he's losing all of his mining peons actually, not just a few. Come on, use your DKs. You have 2, they are level 3. They're sitting here for a while. They have been sitting here for a long time. What is this tower? Wow. What? Alright, okay, he's gonna be defending that expansion. I don't think he's aware about this expansion, but this is getting lower, so Daybreak will need to expand after this. He's using his gold pretty efficiently. He's targeting both of the expansion of Paolo and Madluster, but Paolo is going to try and defend this. He has the very limited amount of ogres here, so that's the issue. Okay, we have a DK. Is it gonna target the farms? Yes, it is. Okay, that's a good target. Killing 1 farm here, it's gonna be useful. I would have loved him to... Yeah, killing the farms here is important. If he can kill all of these farms, Daybreak is gonna be having a stall in his production. He will have to rebuild the farms in order to be able to produce units. Black is also going to be starting to make ogres. He has 3 racks. Oh, never mind. He has a lot. He has 5 racks. But he's going to miss gold. He's going to need 2 gold somewhere to get some gold from somewhere. On that side, you can see that Seuss is trying to rebuild. And I love the fact that Paolo is also going to try and help and attack from the side here. He's going to find that black expansion, which is very important to hit. Why are we hitting the blacksmith of purple? I don't know. At that point in the game, I would ally purple so that my unit don't stop. Very important to ally an enemy that you don't want to, you know, finish, because it's not worth your time. It's not worth your units wasting time attacking him. Oh, no one has attacked black. I thought Paolo would do it. Okay, the expansion of Daybreak has exploded, which is a very good news, because now he might run out of resources eventually. Black obviously is going to be running out if he's mining pretty well here, so he's going to run out of he's running out of ogres here. White has been mining quite effectively, and he's got quite a lot from the start, so we'll see where Daybreak expands. This is the most logical spot to expand to. Eternal Game's lagging a little bit again. Unfortunately, Madluster has unlasted ogres over there. Last, yeah. And Daybreak is gonna have to expand with those peons. It's gonna be increasingly difficult for Daybreak to get away with an expansion, because the amount of space that these players have is gonna be, you know, the mines are gonna be exploding one after the other. It's gonna be harder for them to get exposed. Come on, Paolo, you need to hit this. You know it. You have a DK at home as well. I would love Madluster to keep making the Death Knights as well. He has one there who must be like 255 mana at this point, but he's been sitting there for a while. If they go and find this, like if they find this, Daybreak is over. If Daybreak is not able to mine, and the game will be done if that happens. That being said, you can see that Black is now going to be able to produce units because he's mining, and he's starting to get that gold in his pockets, and that gold is directly going to translate to ogres. Yeah, Green is about to get attacked, though he has a DK behind the wall. I do like that. I think that's perfect defense. He's gonna be tipped that ogres are coming. Madluster is still losing peons over there. And Seuss using the towers to stop Black from mining that expansion. It's awesome. It's actually really good. As a player that's basically almost dead, I think that's the best impact he can have. These towers are actually going to be very, very painful for Black. And the good news for Daybreak is he's able to manage to mine this. So very unfortunate for Madluster not to have seen this. But I like the fact that Seuss is attacking with those guard towers. The black expansion, it's going down, and this is going to be pretty painful as the army of White is coming. But Orange is going to be killing Seuss over there. They're going to punish him for this, but this was very, very legit. That was very good. Yellow stealing my gold. Eternal Games like, my gold, my base. And those farms dying is a big blow to Daybreak. I mean, losing those farms is actually not really very nice. This is not something you want to happen to you. He's making dragons too. So we are going to transition off from ogres at this point. We're going to see a lot more different units. So we're going to see the DKs being used. We're going to see the dragons, obviously, because dragons are not being hit by ogres. And so people are going to try to use their gold in a more efficient way because they just are running out of it. So they just need to hurt as much as possible. And that's the one remaining ogre. Madluster is going to try and keep mining from everywhere. And the lumber mill here is going to be safe indeed. So if there is a peon chopping some wood, maybe Seuss is going to be able to rebuild a hole somewhere and try to keep being a nuisance, keep being able to hit black and stopping him. That said, the last expansion from orange has popped, and now we're gonna see what he can do with that gold. But still a lot of gold, and he's mining this from a long distance there. But yeah, I mean, he's been so far able to mine from multiple places quite unopposed, and that is quite deadly. Oh, that's a good Destiny DK right there. I mean, even if the DK dies, that was very worth it. He killed so many ogres with this. Ah, that was a very nice Death in Decay indeed. And a dragon here on the expansion. We're gonna see a DK coming here very soon. It's gonna have to be dealt with. Death Knight, the best answer to air. We have a bunch of units waiting from Paolo here. They could be used. I mean, Paolo has a lot of sitting idle units. But he's been attacking black, which is nice. Black has unfortunately mined most of the gold that was in here. There's not much in there remaining. The base of Paolo has been defended by Madluster. And the expansion of black has dwindled. It's dead. But the problem is there's still this one. And we can see that, yeah, more dragons maybe? I mean, has the dragon been dealt with? I mean, the expansion is dead, like the whole was killed. Does he want the spot? I can go hide somewhere else. I can hide here, over there would be fine. And the dragon is over there, okay. Wasn't hurt yet. So many ways you can deal with one dragons like this. You can produce a few archers. They are cost efficient against dragons. So forcing the dragon to fight archer is pretty nice. Even though the dragon will kill a few archers, it will die eventually, and the archers are costing a fourth, actually a fifth of the cost. So you can spend on 5 archers and the dragon will definitely die. You will have a few units left. Or you can use a Death Knight, and the Death Knight is the most efficient unit at killing drakes. We do have Death Knights. I think this is tipping in favor of Madluster and Paolo, just because Madluster has a bunch of units on the map. Even though he's not mining very heavily, you can see how it's going. That said, I do love the fact that Daybreak has started using dragons. It's actually going to be cost efficient, and if he keeps getting some good value like this, this could actually tip in the favor, pretty heavily in the favor of him. That said, I don't know how much money Madluster has, and Madluster is not mining right now. This was the last gold of of Daybreak, and Daybreak is starting to lose his Raxes. No gold and no Rax to produce units. This is not looking good. It's not a good prospect. And we have a dragon here above the ogres here, and a Death Knight as well. The ogres are gonna be chased away, and Hades is like, is it over? And I think Daybreak is gonna call it indeed. So yeah, pretty good game. We did see a lot of ogres indeed, but ultimately we can see how ogres are just the brute force, where a few Death Knights, a few well-placed attacks can really tip the favor. But it was a very close game. I mean, it was the closest game we've had tonight so far.